Live, go live, go live, go live, go live, go live, go live. Come on, there we go. Hit the mute button. Break out some chat. I can get rid of that. Need that, need that, need that. All good. So, buttons. And sometimes zippers. I have gotten the Hemera all running on the llama core. Yay. It's not perfect, but it's okay. Not real happy with the cooling duct thing I got offline. And who is it? I should probably give them at least a little credit because it does work. Wire loom tool. That's the wrong thing. Where is it? Yeah, any on one printer test. Did I delete it already? I might have. I don't know. I got off a Thingiverse. It's a 5015 Hemera shroud. There's a couple of them there, but they all kind of look the same. The problem is they're flat. And then it comes up and it's printed flat. Well, if you print it flat to get it to shoot on a nozzle, you got to be level with the nozzle, which means it's dragging across the surface. So they lift them up, basically with the block, but it's flat on the bottom. So as the air comes out, even if you angle it, if the bottom is flat, if it's not pitched, the air is going to come out straight, and it's just going straight into the block. It's not really blowing down onto the nozzle so much. So I am going to first off PID tune the llama core with the new Hemera. So I have to go over here to the G-code console, and I should be able to just go Command V, kick this down to like 220, because that's a more mid-ranged for what I'm doing, and send. Freaking flies. What's up, Paul? It's going. The llama core is running with the Hemera on it. Everything is working. I actually did some stupid little prints. If you go on Twitter or on Facebook, I think I put us on both. My mother knits these little itty bitty sweatshirt things. And she needed my father used to make little coat hangers out of wire for him, which I have around here because I copied that. Anyways, I 3D printed a bunch of them and designed a 3 different designs, and blah, blah, blah. So I was using that as the first print off the llama core with Hemera. We printed a bunch of coat hangers, little baby coat hangers. What's up, Robert? Yeah, there's a whole 2 of you here, which is okay considering I just sprung this on and let it go. Auto tune phase 1 heater on. It is heating. Now I thought I had to change the thermistor because the other night it was reporting like 3 degrees off, which doesn't sound a lot, but 3 degrees Celsius is like, I don't know, 5 or 6 degrees Fahrenheit, if not more. 3 guys. Oh, Rover's here too. What's up, Rover? But this morning it's less than a degree off today. So I'm not going to touch the thermistor part of it for now anyways. Thought you had to change whatever code you put in for the thermistor. The model number code, whatever. But again, I'm doing this on the Duet, not in Marlin. So I don't know if that matters. it seems to be all right. So we are working on fine-tuning the Hemera hotend on the llama core, which I finally got up and running today after nightmare after nightmare after nightmare, which part of the nightmare was just me not being in the mood. Just having bad. I had a couple, 3 bad days. Today was a bad day too, but that's all right. I get over it. But anyways, this is the first thing that these little coat hangers are what I printed. As you can see, it's not perfect. I haven't set up any kind of linear advance or anything, but they're for these little Christmas tree sweaters my mother makes. I don't know why she gets off on this, but whatever makes her happy. Auto tune phase 3 peak temperature was 224. FYI, 2 3D printer giveaways. Giving away a Sapphire Pro and an artillery sidewinder. I would take the artillery. I'd actually take either one. I'd probably just modify the crap out of them right away. But you know what? I need to get rid of some printers. I have all these printers, and to be honest with you, I don't want them all. I'm actually seriously considering, because I don't know if you guys know, but I actually have 2 Hemeras. Because this one my brother bought me for Christmas. And then literally a few hours later, I won one in a small contesty thing on Twitter. So I have a second one coming that I ordered from Josh. Because the dude didn't, they were out of stock everywhere. I said, well, Josh was kind. He's like, you want just the money and you order it? I was like, sure. So he sent me the cash and I ordered it from Josh. And I seriously thinking about putting it on back there on the Taserface, the Frown King. I'm putting a Hemera on it. And finally getting rid of, I can't believe I'm going to say that, this is the Max Micron. I might just sell it. The biggest problem with the Max Micron is it's tiny. I mean, it was kind of big in its day. It actually, it only does 190 by 190 by 170. It's supposed to be when they sold it, it was 200 by 200 by 200, but it never did 200. You can't do it because the head hits the carriage. It almost gets there. It's like 195 by 199 type of thing. But I basically set it at 190 by 190 by 170. And that's where it's sat ever since I've gotten it. Which is fine. I was using it mostly for flexibles and stuff. But, again, if this Hemera works out, and I have a feeling it's going to, because what little I've played with it so far, I'm really liking the whole concept design / I just really like it. Now, I did modify it right off the bat. I mean, I shouldn't say modify it. I changed a few things. I put my double thick Noctura fan on it. And it's got my 0.8 millimeter nozzle on it. So the 0.4. Which there's no question in my mind. If you were to get the Hemera, the first thing I do is go out and get a silent fan, because this freaking thing sounds like a small jet engine going off in your room. It is loud. It's a very, very loud fan. Now that Noctura, even though Nocturas spin a little slower, that's why they're quieter, so they push less air. That one actually doesn't push less air because it's a 20 millimeter thick, not a 10. It's double the thickness. So there's more fan, there's more push, there's less backlash, there's more blah, blah, blah. It basically pushes the same amount of air. And it's fine. I mean, it's not even slightly a problem. Nothing seems to be having any issues or overheating or anything, so it seems to work just peachy. So there's that. And right now we're PID tuning, which should be done. What's up, Lightspeed? And is it done? Learning 1 appears to be overpowered. Yeah, you always say that. Okay, so I have to use M307H1, copy, or M500 to save the results. So I could say M500, but there was no M501 command. Okay. M307, I don't get most of this stuff, but M30, I forgot the H1, M307, H1. Yeah. I'm not really worried about it. Especially with the Duet, I can put it right in there. All I gotta do is go Command Shift 4, take a picture of that, go to my settings, go into the Systems Editor, go into Config, which somewhere in here I already have PID tuned. Where the hell is it? Command find PID. Not gonna let me in this, is it? Nope. Oh, somewhere in here. Fans, pressure advance, custom tuning, enable HTTP. Where is it? Network, tools, heaters. Here we go. H1 right here. C, D, V, and BO. There actually is a config override right here. It's already in there. Really? I thought that was only in Marlin. Now remember, this isn't Marlin. I thought I had that in here anyways. I should be able to put it right here. M501, you say, right? What the hell do you call that? Yeah, I don't know. There's stuff I actually like better than Marlin. Although I gotta say, Marlin 2 is nice, but compiling Marlin 2, and it's not even Marlin 2 is an issue. It's Visual Studio Code is obnoxious. The Adreno was way easier, better, less. Just all the crap you have to do just to set it up. It's just obnoxious. ePrompt. That's what this is. Save changes. Yes. But now don't I actually have to enter something to make it save? Like, I can't just type in M500 because it won't save these. I have to put in G, T, and D, don't I? Well, that's no good. No, I should be able to just type it in there. Where's my... I can just put it in here instead of doing all that. Fans, network, tools, heaters, right here. H1. Where'd that image go? I am still on the screen, right? Yeah. This thing right here. So, my Which one's which here? Where'd it go? Heaters, right here. A, C, and D, and V, whatever that is. Wait a minute, something right here. That's the PID tuning right there. I know it is. Yeah, I'm much better. I prefer putting it in here because every couple of months I just open this up, select all, copy, and save it somewhere. That way, if anything would ever happen, I have it all set. When you put it in the EEPROM, it's not saved in here, so you go to redo it, and you're gonna have to do all the stupid EEPROM. I never got the EEPROM all that much. It makes more sense to enter it, especially on this. That's the one thing I do absolutely love about the duets is this right here. You can just enter it in and it's done. You're not recompiling, you're not doing all that crap that you have to do with Merlin to edit it. It compiles itself. But it's okay. It is. It's just take this one and make it for. Gotta make it so I can see this here. See it at the same time. Pretty sure this one just needs to be a 404.2. C is time constant, which will be 205.5. I probably should have copied and saved this. Delay time is 5.3. And the voltage is actually, I think it's a 12.1, right? 12.1, yes. Save changes. Yes, I could have. But again, it's in this config override. And once a month or so, I open this up. Go like this, select all, copy, go down here. In my notes, create a new note, Duet settings, firmware. Command V, save. That way, if anything were to ever go wrong, I have this all set. I don't have to redo the PID. I don't have to do all that. I don't have to deal with anything. It's all there. Save changes. No, I do not have to do it plugin for Cura. Yes, I want to reboot my Duet. I don't even use Cura that much anymore. I use 99% of the time I use Idea Maker. Oops, I have Cura. But Idea Maker just does everything better, easier, faster. I like it better in general. There's a few things I still do use Cura for. Have you guys gotten a note from S3D? Any of you guys have S3D that got the update note where there was the version 5 was going to come out before Christmas, but we want to make it even better, and we've added, all this stuff to it. So we're going to wait for a release until early 2020. Yeah, once in a while. Actually, I haven't in a really, 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 really long time. It's on the Llama Core. It's my Core XY homebrew, my own build, everything, 100% me. Computer printer. Why did I fire up Cura? Because I hit the wrong button. They didn't say that. They just had this big long letter explaining, how great they are. You guys haven't gotten it? If you have S3D and you registered, you should have gotten it with whatever email you registered with. This went out last night at like 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. it was just like 4 paragraphs of how great they are, and then at the very end, it's like, oh, because everything's going so well, we're gonna hold off until we can test it some more, and it was supposed to be released before Christmas this year, and we're gonna wait until early 2020. And it's literally like 3 paragraphs of fluff. Dude, you don't need S3D. Get Idea Maker. It's basically the same thing, but better. And it's not better in the sense of, I gotta say, S3D is probably the best interface of all. I do like the way S3D works. I mean, it's decent. It's just no better than any of the others. The only real advantage that S3D had over any of the other ones were it supports. Idea Maker has exactly the same support system. I mean, exactly. It's identical. It actually works better. I think the final product is better. They break away easier and they leave a smaller mark on the final print, I think, with Idea Maker. That's mostly settings. I mean, you can set it with either one and tune them in a little bit. And multiprocessing. Idea Maker does multiprocessing. They all do. I think Prusa Slicer and Cura are both very good, but they don't have good support systems. And like we have custom supports now. That ain't having some invisible block where you're guessing where it's going to land and what it's going to actually do. And then you got to slice and see what it actually did to the supports. It's not the same as dragging and dropping and putting a support on the freaking model, Oops, I didn't want to do that close. Close preview. If I were to lift this thing up, move up, then I can just go to supports and I can do like Cura and create auto supports, and it would just support it all. And I think it does a better job than both Cura and Prusa Slicer there. But I can remove them, every little stick, and customize it. So, I know it can bridge, so why would I need all these? Or I can say, oh, that's kind of a long bridging. It might sag, and say, oh, I'd like to add one or two of those back. Boom, done. I can put them wherever I want. I know exactly where it's going. I can see it on the model. I can see it right there. It's done. I mean, you can't get any better than that. And I mean, this thing just works beautifully. Idea Maker is my by and far go-to slicer now. Not only that, it's the best repairer of all of them. If you have a bad file, it'll come in and see this green check. It'll be yellow if it's just got a few bad ones, or red if it's really bad. You hit repair, it goes through, and it just fixes it. Not only that, when you're all done fixing it, you can actually export the model out of Idea Maker. Save idea, export model. Right there. Boom, done. So if there's a bad model that you got off of Thingiverse, you bring it into Idea Maker. Even if you want to slice it with Cura or Prusa Slicer, you still want Idea Maker because it's one of the best repairers out there. It's so much faster than like using Mesh Mixer or any of those. I shouldn't say it's so much faster. It's faster on my end. I have to do less work to get a repaired model. Idea Maker, you have to manually go in, or not, Mesh Mixer, you have to manually go in and do some settings and stuff. This thing, you hit it. It does take a while if it's a really bad file. I mean, it can literally take up to like 5 minutes to repair a bad file, but probably 80% of the time, a minute tops, and it repairs it. Most of my models coming out of Fusion, I'll occasionally I'll get one with a reverse face or something. I hit that repair, and before I can blink, it's already fixed. I'll get a reversed face somewhere or something. It doesn't happen too often out of Fusion. It's almost always when I use that. Their sculpting, whatever they call it now. They keep changing the name of it. But they're basically their sculpting version. If you use that a lot, you could end up with a reversed face here and there. So let's go back to the Duet and let's heat her up. And see how it holds. Oh, it's off. That's one of those things I don't like is that if I put a temperature in here, just do it. I don't want to have to click on or off or active or just go do it. Yeah, Idea Maker is definitely my go-to freaking slicer these days. Has been for a while, but I did use Cura a lot. That's why I still have it down here. And this is the brand new version. This came out 3.5.1 just came out last week. It is a beta version. And I have noticed some stuff. It's not doing the not filth in walls, but the fill in. Like if you look at the picture of my little coat hangers, I used to fill in those little gaps, like because it's I'm using a 0.8 nozzle. There's always those little gaps where it goes around the corner and it gets smaller and smaller. There's always a little. I used to fill those, and it's not right now, which I gotta yell at them about. But I'll take that over S3D any day of the week. I own a licensed S3D, and I don't even think it's installed on my computer anymore. Is it? Oh, no, it is. I still have it. What do you know? I thought I took it off. What is up, Viking? Is Josh, anybody else streaming tonight? I just popped on to do this to PID tune this thing. Anybody else streaming tonight? Oh, I am. There's this 3D printing llama dude. He's streaming. Gaming Diablo 3. Really? Yeah, but the problem is you're on you do it on Steam, right? I got a PlayStation 4. I need to find some people to play with the PlayStation 4. Come to find out, the whole reason I got the PlayStation 4 is in the first place. My cousin got one. He lives out west, blah, blah, blah. Me and him used to hang out. That was how we hung out. Instead of sitting on the phone, we'd get on the PlayStation way back with PlayStation 2. He lives out in Washington State. And we get on and just BS and just, I mean, we wouldn't even really play. We just would sit up like robots and just go stupid and, just BS once a month or twice a month. Well, I went to do it the other day and come to find out he'd moved up into the hills and his internet sucks and it's really slow and everything was laggy. And so that kind of went on the kibosh. We still hang out and chat on the headphones, but we can't actually play on the same game anymore. So, is it a stable heat? Or are we getting a wavy line? I'm gonna let it run. Right now, it's definitely better. It overshot a little. But this was, I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it was fluctuating 4 or 5 degrees. Right now, it's 219.9. I wish I knew which one of those freaking numbers to change crap. You know what I mean? But it's only fluctuating, well, plus or minus 0.1 at the moment. Now I kick on the fan. Let's see what happens when I kick on the fan. That might be the other thing is that stupid that fan shot I have is blowing on the heater more than it's blowing on the print. Yeah, look at that drop. I should tune it again with the fan on right now. It can't even compensate for it now. Oh, it's up there. It's holding though. Holding high, but it's holding. I mean, it's only 0.2 degrees above. It seems to have stabilized. I wonder what I'll get for a reading if I PID tune it with the fan on. This is still way better than it was. Before, when I was printing, I mean, there's this wave right here when I kicked the fan on, but there was multiples of that, and they were bigger. It was fluctuating like 5 degrees. So that's definitely better. That's a little bit better. Anybody want to jump in? Invite. Come on, Viking, you got to come in here. Hang out for a bit. Quit preview. Tab, what else is running? Fusion, I can quit now. We'll quit the following operations. Upload pending. Yeah, whatever. You can upload. So let's turn the fan off. And let's turn the heater off. And let it cool down. I'm going to do a PID tuning. Excuse me. I'm drinking freaking eggnog, and now there's no alcohol in it. I haven't had eggnog in a long time, years. My mother's like, go get some eggnog. So I went and bought some like 2 weeks ago. We ended up between the two of us drinking the whole half gallon, and I just bought another one today. It's pretty good stuff. Every once in a while, I like me some noggin. I used to drink it with vodka or rum in it. Couldn't imagine doing that now. Something about creamy stuff and alcohol just don't agree with me anymore. I'm not a real drummer, but I play one on Friday nights. That's funny. That's funny. Now I need to print something cool, but nothing huge. What do I got that I can print quick? There are a few things I didn't like about this here Hemera, but they're just being nitpicky. And the biggest one, and that's not being nitpicky, that's just obnoxious, is this freaking fan that I just dropped the screws all over the place on. This fan is the loudest piece of crap I've ever had to deal with. This thing sounds like something on an A-net. It sounds like a small jet engine freaking flying across my room. It is way too loud. And I like the idea of the mounts built into the motor. I'm not really big on how they went about it. What's up, Brian? It's hard to describe, but the screws, the nuts they use, I think I got one right here, are very thin. And the slot in the motor is very thin. And the problem with it is the problem with it is when you go to put the screw in there, you have to have the screw like the exact length. If you're even a half a millimeter too long, the screw bottoms out on the case of the motor instead of on the nut, tightening up the nut. And that's kind of it's too small. There's not enough play in there. And I mean, it's just being nitpicky because, I got them and I just took my Dremel and I cut the screws down that were a hair too long. And I literally didn't even cut them. I just ground the points off. I set it in there, said, oh, it's like a 0.5 millimeter too long, and just ground a 0.5 millimeter with the Dremel off to get the fan shroud to mount. I could have just made the fan shroud a 0.5 millimeter thicker too. Same difference. But it is kind of not a lot of play when that's your mounting for the actual Hemera 2 are those little screws. And I don't think it's a problem. I think they're strong enough. But again, you have to get the thickness of your mount, the screw, and everything just the right exact lengths, or else you may not actually be tightening down on the nut, but screwing, driving the screw into the motor case. Does that make sense? You'll be bottoming out the screw on the motor case before the nut actually tightens up. So it feels like it's tight. Everything looks okay, except for it's not really on there correct, and it can wiggle free and a few other things. But I mean, that's kind of being nitpicky. If you look at it and you watch what you're doing, you'll never have a problem with that. Come on, Viking, jump in here. Or Brian. What's up, Brian? Jump in. Here. Want the link again? Or are you guys waiting in the green room and I just don't know? Nope. I wasn't really paying attention. Otherwise, I may just kill it. Because I'm about done yakking. I've yacked myself. Yackable. 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 I don't know. There's a Viking without a helmet. I'm not a Viking.
Yeah, the helmet.
Just a villager. If you're not wearing a helmet, man, you're just a villager.
Yeah.
You get plundered. You don't plunder. You need your helmet to do the plundering.
I need it closer again, but it's at the work table.
Yeah, just busting your ass.
Yeah. So
I think you read it. I was busting on Josh about the whole coffee thing, and I told him I was going to make, since coffee's coffee, I was going to make his coffee out of dog urine.
Yeah.
Like, no, you're changing the ingredients. It's like, do you not get that's why coffee is not coffee? Every coffee bean is not exactly the same.
True. It tastes different.
So that means the actual ingredient, the tannins, the whatever, those are actual ingredients, even though coffee is the combination of all of those. But it's like beer is beer and coffee is coffee. It's like, no, they're not.
Yeah, you can taste that.
They all do taste like coffee.
Yeah. But it also has nuances of other stuff.
Stronger coffee, weaker coffee.
Yeah, bitterness.
Coffee. He drinks freaking freeze-dried instant coffee.
Yeah, if you can taste the difference, why not? So, yeah.
I haven't drank instant coffee in like 50 years.
Yeah.
Instant coffee was big in the 70s. Everyone thought that was like the thing.
Yeah.
I was like, back then I was like, no, it's really not.
No.
Sanka. Everybody drinks Sanka instant coffee.
Yeah, I haven't tried that. But,
really popular.
Yeah. I tested a lot of different ones, but
do that face again. Hold that face. There you go.
Hi, Brian.
Hello. How are y'all?
Good. You?
Hang on. I got to go mute the stream.
Yeah.
There.
It's not even
That's better.
Back. That's surprising.
Yay.
Yay.
Are we having fun yet?
I don't know.
Are we having fun yuns?
Fun? What the hell's on your t-shirt? Stand up a little bit so we can see the whole thing.
It's Jack Skellington. in
Yeah.
Christmas garb.
Who's
Nice.
Jack Skellington? Oh, is that the Nightmare Before Christmas thing?
Indeed, it is.
Yeah.
Hello, John Mack.
I'll watch that. Not interested in it.
That's okay.
Yeah, Robert. Did you get
Sorry,
my
Josh, your taste
email,
buds-
Robert?
Well, like I said, I'll just make his coffee out of freaking dog urine from now on. You can't tell the difference. It's just coffee.
You're in trouble.
You're in
Yeah.
trouble. He's like, oh, you're changing the ingredients. And then he went on to say he was going to put some kind of, I don't know, uric acid or something in there. And I'm like, isn't that what you guys swim in your planet? Aren't you an alien from the? Are you what's going off on? How the lakes on his planet are made by some kind of acid liquid, and he's like, no, all the lakes in my planet are made of chocolate. Okay then.
So his planet is Willy Wonka's chocolate
Yeah, that's what
factory.
he said, like Willy Wonka. Yeah, I don't even keep instant. If I need instant coffee, I will just drink tea.
Well, instant coffee isn't coffee.
Actually, it is.
No,
It's freeze-dried coffee.
no, it's the crap that's left over when a coffee mug sits out for a week and dries up,
Yeah, well,
and then it gets ground into a powder. That's what it is. That's why it
Oh.
tastes so delicious.
Lovely.
it's like white chocolate. People don't realize what white chocolate is.
Well, it isn't chocolate at all.
No, it's the
Milk,
milk
it's
fat
sugar.
from milk chocolate.
Yeah.
It's all the crap that Hershey used to skim off the top and throw away when they make it. It is. It's the fat that skims to the top of the milk chocolate. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously they do more to it now and make it actually,
Yeah,
you know,
I like
more
white
chocolate
chocolate too.
consistency, I guess. But it's freaking white chocolate is nasty. I don't
It's
know
a
how anyone can do
nightmare.
I eat it. No problem. Tastes good.
that. What, white chocolate?
It's
Yeah.
too waxy. It's like
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Some of
fake.
it. But
Well, I
I
think
just,
so, now that you say waxy, I think like that chewing wax, like they make Halloween like fangs and stuff out of. I think that's part of what holds it together because the milk fat is chunky when it's scraped off the top of milk chocolate.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fat,
chunk style.
tiny, it's nasty, it's disgusting.
Tanny is live now. Josh isn't streaming probably. He's got a headache.
Who?
Josh.
Oh,
He's
well, tell him to hop in here. He can hang out, or he can jump into the video even if he wants.
Yeah.
I just got a notification that Tanny fired up his stream.
Yeah. Tanny is live.
I don't. How do I not have Tanny showing up?
I don't
I don't
know.
know.
I never get like anything from him, and I've subscribed to him like 3 times, and then it comes up and says I've unsubscribed or some crap.
Maybe he keeps
It
kicking you
never
off.
comes
He
up.
can't, but I'm joking. Oh gosh.
See, it's not showing now. Oh, now it is. Subscriptions, Tanny.
Yeah.
Well, we can jump over there. You guys want? I don't care.
Let's go invade his stream.
Huh?
Let's go invade his stream. It's this way or that way. I don't remember.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's go invade
Tanny.
Tanny's stream.
Is it up?
Let me
Don't cross the streams.
streams. Don't cross the streams.
Wait, Egon, I thought you said crossing the streams was bad. This is worse.
Yeah.
Comes for Beeman's gum. Yeah, whatever. All right, here's Tanny's stream. So we'll all head over there.
Yeah.
I'm pulling the ripcord.
All right, later, folks. And
See you over there.